seems practically on every other League YouTube video, Reddit post, topic. Everybody's talking about him. Yeah.
All right, so the game has started. So I didn't pay any attention to which team is playing. What ranking they are. But I think it was pretty balanced for a Hook team. They are all gold and there's only a single platinum. So at least there's some power coming into the game.
My money is on the team with the platinum.
I mean, did you even notice what Snow's ranking was?
No, I didn't. I was busy talking about double lift by looking at trouble
Right.
lift, which actually
Same.
Here was the reason why I started talking about that. I thought that was a pretty snarky comment about double lift. It's like,
Yeah.
He's troubled.
It's trouble. Yeah, exactly.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody in the call said, I think Double Lift said that said he was not allowed to shot call or something like that. Well, with how he performed during Sprint Split, it's not surprising. Additionally, okay, let's not talk about this. This is a topic for a different time. We are shoutcasting for
stream.
a different
Maybe
stream.
after this tournament, we'll do a podcast normally. It looks like we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. We'll talk about it as it goes. But in general, Double Lift, he's not doing too great. We all know. Let's move on from now. Anyways, so Snoww taking away Morgana, Nautilus, and Set. All three very good bans. And on the red side, Hook is pondering on who the third ban is. Now, Set. Nobody has played it yet. We haven't seen it in our games yet. But again, but right now it's just the fact that he's been taken away. I'm a little sad, not gonna lie.
I'm actually pretty happy that the red team has decided to take Vladimir out. I mean, after what we saw in the previous game, and Silas, I'm starting to see smart decisions here.
You don't want those OP champs. You don't want those with healing.
No, you don't. You don't want that situation where you're just like, oh man, the boots, man, the boots.
Where's the boots, man?
What are you doing, man?
It's talking bad about Moonlight like that, man. Come on.
Anyways,
I don't know. I feel for the guy. I mean, I've been in tournaments in various games where I was him, but also at the same time, I understand now why it's infuriating.
It's so embarrassing for him to do that live as well.
it's okay.
Anyways,
So okay, Jarvan 4th is locked in for Snoww, and Thresh got. Wait, please don't tell me it's a full Hook team.
oh my goodness.
I mean, it would be a joke. It would be laughing. It would be unique, but please don't.
It'd be entertaining.
Wait. Is that why they're all called Hook?
I mean, I hope not.
Is it like I didn't realize it was a theme? I thought it was just like a tag,
Yeah, I mean, because there in the game right now there is 4, right? 4 characters with hooks. Thresh, Nautilus, Blitzcrank, and Pike. So they could potentially just lock in on all the Hook characters. Oh no, Nautilus is banned. Never mind then.
Dream died long time.
Dream died, yes.
Yeah. Dude, imagine the enemy team. I mean, sorry, Snoww actually like went through all Snoww skins, like Snowy skins.
Nah, impossible. Jarvan and Kaisa already don't have that.
Oh man.
Alright, so Azir.
Okay, this is interesting.
It's opposite of Snoww.
Now, let's see what
It's sand.
it's sand. No, I mean
but this
it's just gray. I mean, sorry, brownish snow, right? Anyways,
that's
you were
true.
saying.
But the thing is, I personally enjoy watching someone who knows how to play Azir. I don't know why. Just
Agreeable.
The aesthetics of it, and that ultimate where you have his sand soldiers do that wall thing. All this gets me. I'm just like, wow, man! Like that looks cool as heck. But,
Especially if they do the Shuriman shuffle, goes in, backline, push.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Just the smoothness of it.
You're gonna give us a high expectation for
I mean, look, that's the thing. I mean, it could be really good or really bad. But if Envy Gas is really good with Azir, it's gonna be a very fun match to watch. Just so much showboating potential.
All right. So Nico is locked in for Hook side, followed up by an Ornn and a Tamkench ban. Not too sure why these twos are taken away. Though I understand their power. The Tamkench is not really a targeted ban right now. If I was on Hook's team, I would actually say maybe take away the Alistar, because Alistar's pairing with Kai'Sa is actually really strong. And now on Snow's team, Kalista and Darius is taken away. Ooh, are we gonna see an Aphelios?
I thought it.
Ooh, I would love to see a Kog'Maw, but oh well. A Caitlyn is locked in. I can't think of much regarding the synergy between a Thresh and a Caitlyn, but there is a standard amount of CC, and with Thresh it can easily be just trying to keep the Caitlyn alive until the mid game. And there you have it, the Alistar. Did I call it? I called it. Lock it in. Make me right. There we go.
Alistar is.
So Alistar and Kai'Sa is a really strong combo, just because when the Kai'Sa needs the ultimate, there's two ways. Either the first is her damaging with her W or her auto attack. The second way is that if any of your teammate lands a crowd control, a CC, a stun, a knockout, or whatever, you can press that out button. So if Alistar manages to just go in and catch two soft members, Kai'Sa can easily fly into the backline, presses that Q button that could be in, it will be the first one down. Follow up by a few more shots, it will be a second one down.
I am actually generally impressed with the team on the left side here with their team composition. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it does show a lot of crowd control potential.
Yes, definitely. So, like, yeah, the left team is looking like a very strong standard League of Legends team. There is the frontliner. They have two frontliners, the Alistar and the Renekton. The Jarvan is going to go behind the scenes. They're gonna go into the backline, try to take out the Caitlyn and the Nico. But the Azir will assemble everyone. So in a team fight situation, left team, Snoww, they're gonna have a very fun time. While on red side, Run, you wanna take this one?
Yeah, honestly, seeing that Mordekaiser's top lane, I really think it's gonna be a bit scary for the early Renekton. But hopefully, maybe since J4 is probably active around mid lane and top lane, maybe he can, counter out that fight. Because Mordekaiser is crazy strong at this moment. Hopefully they can do something.
Hey, you gotta be, if you gotta conquer most of Runeterra, you gotta be something else, you know what I mean?
I was actually hoping for I was waiting for the left side to swap around again, but this is another team that doesn't swap, so I was expecting the wrong stuff. Either way, alright, so what do you guys think? Mo, you already mentioned that you like the left side's team. What about Run?
I am so much in favor of this team comp.
Yeah, I have to agree. I am also in favor with the Snow team comp because they look more wombo combo.
That goes for the three of us. So we have a 3-man vote for Snow. So let's hope Hook make us prove us wrong.
Yeah, it'd be a great upset.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what Hook can do to turn this fight around. In terms of in the early pressure, Caitlyn certainly has the range to play around with the Kai'Sa, but I guess at the end of the day, it's just hoping that Hook will be able to get a little bit more advantage in the early game. So if they can snowball the early game, they would deny the late game. So ideally, Hook wants to finish the game by 25 minutes or even 30 minutes. But if they go any more time beyond and Snow does stabilize and is able to get the Kai'Sa to a standard fed point, Snow just has a lot of potential of making a comeback even if they fall backwards.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, well, let's put it this way. I mean, aside from that, like if they can somehow, here's what I think. I think Snow is definitely going to put Azir in the middle, and in that regard, I think whoever's going to have to go up against him would have to like fight him before he gets all three of his sand troops, minions, and his attack speed. and get his full abilities, because he's definitely going to be annoying by the time he's fully stacked. And in terms of Kesa, that one's really dependent and now CD Vic. If he's able to properly do her mechanics really well, do a lot of stutter stepping and manage the range properly. But I think Caitlyn might have a shot if Caitlyn positions herself properly against a Kesa, if they ever go face to face. But aside from that, I don't know.
I mean, I would have to agree. Caitlyn has to play this cleverly, so it depends on what kind of rune she brings in. So if she is bringing in PTA, press the attack, it's not gonna go too well for her, because Kai'Sa has a lot more skirmishing power than you do, especially if you're in a 1v1 situation where you don't have a minion, wave, you don't have a team. All 6 of Kai'Sa's initial Q, if she upgrades, it goes to 8 or 10, I don't remember exactly, but it gets buffed up. It means that there's more missiles coming into your face in a 1v1 situation. Yes,
coming in with a lot of firepower.
Yes, in a 1v1 situation, Caitlyn is not going to be able to win. But on the other hand, if Caitlyn brings in the Fleet Footwork, or maybe even Grasp of Undying is something I run to build. Oh, there we go. She brings in Fleet Footwork. So what she has to do right now is that she tries to kite the Kai'Sa. So with the range, she shoots Kai'Sa from far away. Don't let Kai'Sa land any of her stacks on you. And if you are able to chunk down Kai'Sa to even get him to a 60% health, you have a better chance to fighting her than when she's at 100% health.
Definitely the right team has a hit during the early game.
Oh, and
Start strong, my Padawans.
Alright, you guys are looking at the stream, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Okay.
Hopefully there can be a 5-man invade I wanna see.
we're all you're looking for cheese the entire day, huh?
Like I don't know, man. Like honestly, I don't see much people taking advantage of their early game comps.
Something I'm liking from Hook right now is that they bought items almost instantaneously. It means that they're rather used to getting items. It could mean a little bit faster in terms of response time, but we'll see how it goes. They are moving together.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Promising.
Oh wait, look, if you look at the enemy team, oh maybe not. Renekton is splitting up. They're making us run around.
What is
Kai'Sa
going
spots
on?
them.
They spotted.
Their team gets spotted and nothing's going to happen here.
Oh man.
Cheeky invade, not so cheeky anymore. Oh, the Renekton is having some time. Oh, he's just gonna walk up and put down a ward, so he knows if the Lee Sin decides to go for the red buff instead first.
Okay, I gotta admit that one little show of team unity kind of made me think that the red team's got a shot.
Yeah. You can see them like pinging on the map. They are really trying to coordinate everything up.
Alright,
for
Renekton
the
calling
setup.
out that the Lee Sin is there's 2 Lee Sins right now. Alright, you do know what's happening, right, Mo?
Oh yeah.
Alright, cool. So yeah, Renekton knows. Yeah, it's just hilarious.
The hilarity of the situation.
Yeah. Well, oh, again, this is a little confusing to be looking at the mini map, but now that they know that Lee Sin is in the red jungle, let's see how Snoww reacts from this. So we won't be seeing a vertical jungle right now, as Lee Sin is again spotted on the ward. So the Javan will secure his chickens.
Secure his chickens.
Yeah.
KFC.
Secures his chickens and then goes for his other farms.
I'm sorry, out of all the things that you just said, like that really made me perk up. I was like, chicken?
Ooh. Renekton is not having a good time against the Mordekaiser. Oh, and the scene swaps over. Thresh misses the hook and nothing's gonna happen from there. Caitlyn's doing her job, poking down the enemy team. So ideally, the situation right now is that Caitlyn wants to poke the enemy. So if Caitlyn manages to get the enemy team down below 50%, they have a very strong chance of taking the entire enemy out.
Oh, here we are.
Back to the top lane, huh? Usually top
Now
lane
back to-
is where they're farming.
I mean, that's
Renekton going in.
in. Now they're smacking each other. That's
Taking a
right.
little bit of a trade there. Comes in victorious for the Renekton.
We can see Azir
Ooh,
really
yeah,
use
go!
his proxies. Oh, what would you call them? Would you call them a proxy, or would you call them like his?
It's actually it's a
Sand
poke.
soldiers.
Ah.
It would be just more of a poke situation. He sends his team, sorry, not his team, his soldier forward. Looks for a cheap little poke. It's more, it could be described as a poke, but in a place where if the Nico trades back, then it would be a trade. Ooh, is Lee Sin gonna do anything here? It looks like he's trying to path towards mid side. No, he goes for the chickens.
Definitely for sure. I could see that both teams are playing rather cautiously. I mean, which is good to see. Good to see that there is some thought process between.
They're
where
not
they
mindless
position themselves.
animals.
They're not. Yeah, they're just not setting themselves to the slaughter. I mean, because it's 4 minutes already, barely any first blood. I don't know. I always look at that as a sign, as like, you know, we're looking at a thinking man's game.
This is a chess game now.
This is a chess game, without a doubt. There is some
Azir
thought
throwing
happening.
some damage onto the Nico at this point.
That was pretty close for the cow in the suit.
Might have been able to do something there for the Renekton, but he just gets out of the range and he'll survive for now. Azir goes in, but Nico understands well enough to just get out of the soldier's range.
Wait, you guys saw that ward?
Which one?
I totally missed it. Where was the word?
Renekton going in on the
He
Mordekaiser.
warded,
Talking this?
No, the other one. But he's been cleared, so it's fine. We missed it. It was like a really, really big ward. Really flat.
Actually, can we mention how Sushi Oni-chan and Ifong seem to be evenly matched skill-wise? It seems, I don't know, I get the feeling both players are very similar in their playstyle and very, like, cancel each other out, you know?
They
Even though
definitely-
object unstoppable force.
They definitely understand their matchup. They know who they're playing against. They know what they need to do to not fall behind. So Run, take over. This is your jam.
Yeah, I think that if I was the Renekton, I would really try my best for my early poke and my early healing. And see, as soon as he teleported, he knows that he can trade and go back without like taking too much damage. So for Renekton basically all he has to do is just bully the Mordekaiser hard enough so he won't really get hit. But for the Mordekaiser's job, however, is to sustain long enough for him to get the item spike. The early Liandry's or the Rylai's will probably screw over the Renekton really badly, especially for like all-in trades. So yeah, right now I really think that the Renekton is really winning in the lane, even though it doesn't seem like it, because he has more control over the minions.
Oh, definitely. You can definitely see that he's more on the side towards the red team rather than the other way around.
Yeah,
Definitely managing that minion.
He said having fun.
Oh.
Sees the Jarvan. Oh, they're turning around.
Shots here.
Jarvan
What?
Ooh,
moving
the
too
early
far away.
ulti.
Mordekaiser uses his ultimate. Oh, Jarvan the fourth flashes over the wall. Will be able to not survive. Oh, actually he will.
Oh, he survived?
He survived. Maybe not.
Oh,
Teleport
wait,
coming in
wait,
from the Nico.
what? Oh, okay, sorry. I thought the Mordekaiser died. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh no, and the Azir in the bad position gets caught by Nico. Ooh, sending the
Oh, there
ultimate
we
pushes
go.
Nico back. Ooh, that was a close trade. Ooh, manages to dodge the shockwaves. Ooh, gets dragged back again. Come on, give me more chances to say ooh, I absolutely love it.
It's like the Roblox death sound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh.
I could see them
man.
I could see them desperately trying to get like a 1-for-1, but they didn't really manage to kill that Nico in time. That was a bit unfortunate for the side of Snow.
I mean, it was certainly close, and for Hook, Lee Sin just missed his shockwave, so if he landed it, that would have been an easy kill over to him as well. But mistake on the Azir for just walking through an entire team like that. He should have recognized that Sandglass is gone, and he should just go back to mid and just shove the wave in and try to win in terms of CS. But instead he goes there, almost loses his life. Now it's gonna be a little bit of a fair game here for both the Azir and the Nico. Snoww secures that dragon. Nico coming in with the Pop Blossom. None of it lands, but Envy, oh, a great ultimate coming in from Sandglass. Oh, Uwu, his name is actually Uwu, gets taken down by Envy, and Troublelift mispositions himself. Looks like he just lost motivation to survive as he gives over a kill over to Snoww.
Alright, it's really nice for them to turn that around, and now I really think that this might be the game that's going to be very close. These two teams are really at the same skill level, so they are neck and neck.
They are at the same skill level of proneness or making mistakes.
Both, actually.
I think it could be said that both of them are playing the exact same game. It's just that when one messes up, that's when the other team gets the advantage. You know, like for example, the 2 kills are there. You know, red team slipped up.
Red team slipped up.
Yeah, the game they're playing is to not lose. Both of them are on the same page. So maybe like we could see more like interesting fights that's going to come on later on.
Ooh, Renekton going in for the slice and dies, takes a huge chunk of Mordekaiser's health and then just walks away.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Renekton is so easy to just, dash and just poke and dash.
Even, especially with the current buff to Blade of the Ruin King, that is what a lot of people are going for. Hold that thought, Sandglass. Flag and drag over and... Ooh, the Shuriman Shuffle comes around and will not be able to secure Zype. It was so close.
Pretty close, yeah. Very well played by the Azir. Envy Gas. I'm sorry, I forgot the player's name for a moment there.
Envy Glass. It's okay, I've been forgetting it as well. Envy Glass going in again. Ooh, just takes a little bit of a chunk over on Nico's health bar.
Honestly, it's safe to say that Envy Gas really knows what he's doing. He knows when to roam and when to roam.
I think in general, this team knows. Yeah. I mean, like for example, like iFog. Like since we're watching the Mordekaiser and Renekton, he's definitely using the turret a lot. Like he knows that.
Managed to land.
Very well timed. My God, that was beautiful.
Zype kicks away the Azir at the same time. Oh, is the fight still going on?
Oh my God,
Sandglass! Oh, will not survive that. A good lantern by the Thresh.
My goodness.
That was a surprising turn of events, but alright.
Can we get replay on that?
I wish we could, my God.
I mean, I could.
Could you?
Zoom. So, oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let's try this again.
Wait, why did we do this before?
It's kind of hard to manage. So Zype does a kick over, kicking Envy away, but then sends the shockwave over to try to then secure the kill on Envy. Sandglass is a little bit low now, but was able to deal a little bit more damage to Zype. If the lantern hadn't come in, Sandglass might have been able to deal a little bit more damage and might have been able to turn it around.
Captain Sense, you talented basket. Very well played, man. Very well played.
That was a clean insect by... it shouldn't be an insect. It's just a clean kick by the Lee Sin. It separates Envy from his jungler. It turned that to 2v1 situation. He forced that 2v1 situation into a 1v1 situation.
He managed to dodge them, managed to like knock them out as well. so they couldn't have any time to flash or anything.
Ooh, Sunglass gets spotted here. The shockwave will miss, but nothing follows up after that. They just decide to back away. Now, look at top lane. Renekton has finally finished his Blade of the Ruin King. Is this a huge spike run?
Oh, Blade of the Rune King.
Honestly, I used to play Renekton a lot. I never seen people with a bit of fog on Renekton before.
Ah, okay.
So I don't really know if it's really that good. But
Well,
seeing
there
how
has
he
been
plays-
a recent buff to Blade of the Ruin King, although I can't call it out specifically what changed. I do understand that a lot of top laners are choosing to pick that item up in the early game. Even if they should be a semi-tank or something like that. The Blade of the Ruin King is something they do go for nowadays.
I do believe that's it has a life steal, doesn't it? Like
Yes.
attack speed plus life speed.
Yes.
Sorry, attack speed plus life steal.
What did you say?
I said
Life speed.
What is
Oh,
that?
a shockwave lands. Envy Glass gets kicked back. Presses the barrier. Ooh, will survive with a
Very
sliver
well
of
played.
health.
Azir ban.
Now the
You
question is,
slippery.
will he survive?
Ooh.
Oh, he's looking for the
Very
execute.
Well played, Envy. Gas.
He's looking for the execution. Oh, does not get it.
But it's okay, he only gave like 1 kill, no assist for the Lee Sin and the Mordekaiser. So that's pretty worth, I guess.
Fair enough. I'm actually expecting more of a fight down at bottom.
Yeah, both of them are playing safe. I don't really
Ooh, okay. Okay, never mind.
just taunting him a bit.
I thought
That was a pretty good charge. That was a
they're-
pretty good charge.
they're teasing me. They're teasing me a little bit. They're telling me, hey, you want this? Yeah, I'll give you a little bit. Expect more later. Ooh, and the Rift Herald meanwhile gets taken away by the Renekton. Ooh,
I mean, he has so
completely
much
missed that.
control over the top lane. I think it's safe to say that he can easily take it, especially knowing that the Zoe is just moving around the bot lane and not giving a damn about top lane. So it's quite fair game for him.
I mean, what can you do against the Renekton? The best plan would be just to look elsewhere. Hopefully we can get something out of that. An early Rift Herald coming in from Renekton. Ooh, he was hoping to take that down, but was not able to do so. Ooh, let's hope he manages to dash in and take
Just a
electric.
pixel
That's,
of
that's
life
not gonna be
left.
worth it, yeah. Like 1 pixel left. Oh.
Come on. Oh, won't be able to do it for now.
Ooh.
Oh, he sees
And there it
the
goes.
yes, he sees Sunglass coming in from the river and just gives it up. It's just a sliver of health. I can't defend it anymore. He says.
Yeah, it is what it is, but he
Yeah.
made the right choice, I mean, like, sometimes you have to make a tactical retreat.
Ooh, Zype coming in from the behind.
Oh
Presses the
my
out
God.
button. Ooh, Envy throwing out a good ultimate, but won't be able to survive for long.
That was pretty good for the Lee Sin to immediately commit to the entire fight. He knows that the J4 was stopped and he couldn't do anything. So, may I get your opinions again, guys? Who do you think will actually be... You can tell it's a really close game. So,
Yeah.
which team do you actually support in favor now? Are you guys gonna stick with Snow?
I think it's the same. Like team fight wise, Snoww has the potential. They can out skirmish and out fight in the team fight. But now it's just a matter of how well the Lee Sin performs. As you see now, Lee Sin coming in again for another insect. Ooh, but he was spotted as on a ward, so he just backs out. Look at that small Mordekaiser there.
Wow. I mean, Rod, to answer your question, actually, for me, my opinions changed. Actually, I'm actually quite surprised on how the red team's very well coordinated. So the power of the red team is not so much in the individual per se, but in how they are functioning as a single unit. I definitely can see that they have a lot of good communication, which is very, like, in my honest opinion, fundamental to team-based esports. So my money right now, if things don't change for the worse in the next 5 minutes, is on the red team.
Oh, Azir
I-
gets
I
caught
jumped
again.
them.
Oh, a Sherman shuffle failed. He wasn't able to get away from that. Now, stuck in the position. Pops the bear to try to survive, but will not survive for long.
There you go. See, it's stuff like that, like well-coordinated 2v1s in the mid lane that I'm seeing that's in favor of the red team, and the smart play by Mordekaiser. I don't think he's out for the kill. He's just out there for delaying the top,
Yeah,
and so is the bottom.
keep the Renekton there. Don't let him roam around. Don't let him have snowball from the other lane. So
Yeah,
now, Renekton is picking up on the Tiamat. He's trying to shove the wave in and make sure that Mordekaiser loses the top lane entirely, so he free himself up to go elsewhere.
100%. Like I said, this is a thinking man's game.
Ooh, that's a huge chunk of damage. An ultimate is popped. 2 ultimates is popped. Let's see who will win this fight. Looking at the situation, Mordekaiser coming in with the shield. Flashes the hammer. Will he survive?
Oh
my
nice one. I fought.
That was close. If only the slash and dice would come in a little bit sooner, he could have turned that around. But I found making a good call to go in that situation.
You guys see what I mean by getting that Rylai's will actually give him that early spike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
see what you mean.
Ooh, Envy getting caught again. Shuriman shuffle his way out of the situation, but with the amount of ultimates coming in on him, there's absolutely no way for him to get out. Uwu gets trapped by Jarvan, will be taken down, but at the same time, 4 members of Hook comes in to try to secure the 2 other kills. Cow, meat, steak, here we go. Good night, Alistar, you are dinner. And Hook comes in victorious. Winner, winner, cow dinner.
oh, now I'm hungry.
And we just had dinner.
And we just had dinner. Shellcasting is tiring. You need food to keep your energy up. So stay hydrated.
In this desperate time of Shao.
Yes, drink more water. Renekton gets spotted up by the Mordekaiser there.
I don't think he can do anything other than...
Ooh, the Jarvan is here. Teleport coming in from Uwu. Uwu pops the Twin Shadows. Sandglass going in. Does not get the dragon. And donates a kill over to Hook. Now, Azir in a bad position being...
gonna get...
Oh, Alistar coming in to try to keep the Azir alive. Azir landing, getting kicked by the Lee Sin, but will survive and take down Lee Sin at the same time.
Very nicely done for the coordination on Snoww.
Ooh, with a bunch of traps, it's a little hard for them to move around. But, ooh, no buts as Hook just turns it around.
Wow.
Welcome to the meat grinder. Population, everyone.
No, 100%. I mean, like, there was one point where like it was pretty evened out, but in that last second, man, nothing's stopping the red team at this moment.
Yeah, if they continue doing this kind of fights, I think it's safe to say that Hook can just buy Magi's at this point.
Yeah, red team is coming in very strong this game around.
I think we should use the buying Magi's as like very ahead.
It could be a meme. It could be a meme. You're so ahead that you're buying Magi.
Yeah,
You're so ahead, you're buying Magi. That's my slogan now. I'm going to buy Magi on every single support I play. Now, Hook trying to move in. Oh, actually, I take that back. They are peeling back a little bit. It's time to farm a little bit as they recall, reset, and see what then plans what's their next strategy as.
Totally. I mean, one thing I can say is that the red team definitely knows when to go in and when to go out.
Alistar
their
being
positioning is what?
overstepped.
Look at that! Look at that!
Will not survive for long.
41.
Oh, no,
41.
again, another person oversteps. Renekton being clutched by 2 person. Tries to stun Zype, but won't be able to survive for long as the 2 of them just deals too much damage at this point.
This is not looking very well for the side of Snoww here. maybe when they can like hold the game a little bit longer, they could get the power spike.
They sure are losing their focus at this situation. At least
Yeah, that's definitely true.
it's a little underfed now with only a Knight's Vow. He won't be able to survive a fight for long, and he won't be able to tank for his team at the same time. So at this point, just Snoww is being pushed into a bad position.
I mean, the thing is, they're not playing.
Kaisa coming in for the 1v1. Presses the Q, sends a shit tons of missile and take down the Caitlyn instantly. A 250 bounty goes over to Kaisa.
Very well played. Definitely a lot of firepower at this point in time. And we were just talking about the Caitlyn v Kaisa situation. So now we know.
Yeah.
Caitlyn can take it.
As soon as Caitlyn gets either W or A8, Kaisa can easily press the alt button to come in for the chase. The only way that Caitlyn can get out of that situation, well, you can't. You need your Thresh to keep you alive in this case. Sorry, in this situation. So without the Thresh being there, you're toast.
Yeah, I guess that kill made Snoww a little bit of a high morale. So maybe they will actually have the courage to focus and maybe turn the fight.
Turning the fight, I like that. So hopefully Snoww does get a little bit of a morale boost from that single kill, as Kaisa has already hit her item spike, coming in with the Muramana as well as the Guinsoo. With the Muramana completed, every single attack. Oh, they're donating the red buff over to her as well. Things are looking good for this. This is looking good for Kaisa. Oh, also Kaisa picked up a QSS. I forgot to mention. Oh, fun fact, Mo, I don't know if you know. Mordekaiser at the when Mordekaiser ultimates you, it brings you to his realm, right?
Yeah.
So at the start of during his animation, if you're good enough and fast enough, you can press the QSS, the Quicksilver Sash, and you will be able to deny that ultimate. So you completely stop Mordekaiser's ultimate, and Mordekaiser's ultimate will have to go into cooldown.
Oh wow. Okay, that's
Yeah.
a pretty good anti-Mordekaiser tip right there.
Yeah. So for all you players out there, don't try this. Just stay away from the Mordekaiser. This is actually a very hard thing to do. You have to time it very, very well. But I guess with practice, you learn.
Or like fast reaction timing.
Yeah.
So they're setting up for a Drake here.
As of now, Mordekaiser's main objective would be to take away Renekton or Azir from the fight. So he's stepping back a little bit. He lets the Lee Sin walks in forward, so he won't be the main center of attention. And when he gets a chance, he's gonna run all the way in and then catch the Azir away. That would be the game plan. And both teams are just playing around the dragon, looking for something to happen. Oh, Nico landed the snare but misclicked on the out. Team fights going on. Sushi going in to pull up a slice and dice. Mordekaiser, as he comes out of the realm, slams the hammer and takes down Renekton and Snoww. This is too much for me to do. There's just too much happening, and Snoww won't be able to survive.
At the same time, did the Kaisa, did Envy Gas steal the Drake? Is that what happened just now?
Ooh, good question. Let's go back. Oh, yes, she did.
That was pretty brilliant, because I mean, amongst all the flashes, I noticed that one person was actually focusing on killing the Drake. So very well played on Envy Gas, who kill stealed.
Right now, Hook is just going to look forward to taking down the Baron while they send Nico down to mid. So let's go back a little bit and let's look at the fight. So if you go back a little bit more, we go back to the point where, okay, the fight happens. So keep your eyes on Mordekaiser here. So Mordekaiser did exactly what I called out to be. So he waits for the opportunity for the fight to happen. Renekton sees the chance to go in. Oh wow, this is stretching out a little bit more.
But look at this. I mean, this is very good play by both teams. I really enjoyed watching this.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Zoning. But look at that. Kaisa comes in from the bottom and instantly takes over, hitting the Drake right there. I thought was brilliant.
clean secure by the Kaisa.
Yeah, very well played.
Ooh, sorry for cutting that part out. But
all
Baron
good.
is successfully secured by Hook, and ooh, the game is cutting it not very close as Hook comes in with a 8,000 gold advantage.
I think the Baron is really gonna be the shift maker here. All they have to do is just hold the lane long enough for the minions to just push through, and that might ultimately make them like win the game.
Again, the Caitlyn does something that Run wasn't understanding, which is to press the ultimate button when there's nothing happening. So it's a little bit hard to understand, but at the end of the day, it's basically a button to push when you have it. It's just chunks down the enemy for a little bit. Even if it's at a bad timing, it's a secure damage regardless.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it locks on. Either the target that you aim takes the damage, or someone has to block for her.
Right, right.
So if you use it at the start of the fight, and your team goes in at that time, you already have a character who has slightly lowered health. Ooh, Zype playing that dodge very well, making Jarvan waste his Cataclysm. Zero going in, using the man shield thing. I actually don't know what it's called. They're going in for a fight. Nico pressing, using the Pop Blossom.
Oh, Renekton's in
locks
trouble.
Sushi down. Oh, Azir getting caught by the Mordekaiser. Will not be able to survive for long in his realm. And Mordekaiser just takes his soul while Sunglass just gets sniped down.
So the game was at first really stable, but I think they got it out of their control, and ultimately that made them lose the game. I mean, gonna lose the game at least. There's still hope. There's still a lot of hope for them.
So as of now, there's nothing much that Snoww can do. Thresh sends the hook, misses. Ooh, look at that Nico clone. It was just a clone, so nothing much from that. Lands the flay, lands the hook, took out the entire team of Snoww. Oh, did not get the ace though. I was hoping for the ace. Renekton revive at that point. But Hook secures the kills and get the win.
Very well played by the red team. I mean, I got a bit out of all the games. I actually enjoyed that, considering that both teams were evenly matched. They knew what needed to be done. We had some very enjoyable moments, especially the fight between the Renekton and Mordekaiser. And for me, Kaiser stealing the Drake was another highlighted moment. The team fight overall was another highlight. So yeah, pretty much very enjoyable game right there between two pretty evenly matched thinking teams.
So at the end of the day, at the end of the game, Mordekaiser dealt a whole lot more damage compared to the Renekton, just due to how much. So we've been talking about how Renekton is a lane bully, how strong he is, how you have to be aware of him. But do note, as a Mordekaiser, all you need to do is just play it safe, stay alive, and eventually the Renekton falls off. He loses his damage output. Look at this. He only has 12k damage compared to the Mordekaiser, which dealt 19,000 damage right there. The Mordekaiser basically solo cleared most of the enemy team when he uses his ult, when his passive is up. Mordekaiser at that point, when the game ended with all his items, Liandry and Rylai is enough to take out so much of Snoww.
What is that? 11 assists?
It is. Yes, it is.
What a team player! 7 kills and 11 assists.
Yeah.
So we get consider the Mordekaiser to be the MVP of this game.
Oh, he's definitely the MVP without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I disagree. I think the MVP should go to the Lee Sin. The Lee Sin was able to stop Azir from snowballing. He made a lot of good fights, a lot of good catches on the Azir. He stopped the Azir from doing a lot of things, and he was able to roam around, help the bot lane and help the top lane. Although I admire Mordekaiser's ability to just press the pause button and say, hey, wait, let's take a step back. Let's take a step back even more. Alright, this is a point where I farm. Okay, I'm losing out of farm. It's fine. Let's take a step back a little bit more. But eventually, we'll make a comeback.
Actually,
But yeah, Lee said.
yeah, to support what you said, it's not just Zype, but it's also Zype and Yu. If you notice, they were a pretty good duo, especially in the mid lane, going up against Envy Gas with his Azir.
Mm.
I mean, it was just 2 times they knocked them down. They were very well placed timings. They were in exactly the right place at the right time when they needed to be, just coming straight in for the kill. I just thought that's pretty good communication, considering they both came from different parts of the map. One from the top, one from the jungle.
So yeah, one more thing. So yeah, like you mentioned, Nico and Ubu and Zype did really well together. But you have to understand. Oh, say not that you have to understand, but one thing you guys probably didn't notice is that Ubu came in with the Twin Shadows first instead of the GOP 800. So most Nico players. With Glacial Augment, they would pick up the GOP 800 because it's a sustain. It can help you clear the wave. But with enough communication, he picked up Twin Shadows first. So he has the long range slow if Zype decides to gank. So even if he's not in lane, in a lot of cases he wasn't. But by sending the Twin Shadows forward, Zype can get a Envy will get slow, and Zype will have a potential of positioning himself better, and then sending Envy to the turret or even the backline of Hook.
Wow. What a macro level thought process in that build. Very well played.
All right, so I think.
Do you guys want to interview one of the players from Hook, so we can get an inside view of what? They do?
Sure, I would love to see how this team operates.